Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. You want World War III? You got it. Well, folks, I don't want it, but someone does. Hey, folks, this is the Prepared Mind channel. We're busting out of the bunker, Zero Dark 30. Got some stuff to talk about here. You always, if you're a scumbag, you always accuse your adversaries, your enemies, of what it is you're doing. That's one heck of a trick, isn't it? I mean, haven't we learned yet? Well, I know you and I have, but the rest of the world hasn't. World War III is started, and it's getting worse right now. And what's amazing is there are so many people who are just dying to give it to us. Unbelievable, folks. World War III. What am I talking about? Well, first off, let's start with this idea that you always accuse your enemy of what you are. What is it that anti-American, anti-freedom, anti-constitutional, totalitarian scumbags accuse you and I of? Well, they say we're violent. They say we are radical. That's right. We're radical and violent, aren't we? Well, I don't see you and me starting any wars, do you? I certainly don't. I don't see us starting any wars at all. In fact, I don't see you and I committing acts of violence. I see you and I concerned about the safety of our country. Well, let's continue if we shall. Who is guilty of acting out violently? Well, on the everyday citizen level, of course, we know it is the fruit salad folks. They're the ones who are committing mass murder, wanting to commit genocide against peoples of other nations and against, well, white people, people of European descent. Yeah, that's them. They are the violent, radical ones. Radical? Oh, yeah, they are radical, folks. They're the same ones who want children to cut off their genitals and be something they're not and disavow their parents. Oh, it's awful, folks. But World War III, it is a government and it's people. See, government is just a building. Government's a building. The action taken by a government is people. It is people who take action. And who is taking violent action? Who is taking radical action? You want radical, right? Remember, you and I, the government says we're the bad guys. The Democrats say that. The Rhino Republicans say that. We're the bad guys. Who is it giving over $100 billion in weapons to Ukraine? And remember, folks, Ukraine used to be its own country, albeit corrupt on its own. But that made it an easy target. The same way it's easy to take a drug addict and lure him to more drugs. So it was the U.S. government, through its secret service operation with the CIA, toppled Ukraine, installed its own government with its own puppet, Zelensky, who now they want to give over $100 billion in weapons and tell it to go fight Russia. Russia bad. They say they're not going to stop until they have Crimea back. Russia says, well, we're not quitting until we shut everything down and take, they would offer peace right now. But they may just wait and take Odessa, another seaport. Well, here we are, folks. Here we are. The United States government, who accuses you of being violent and radical, is being itself violent and radical. Isn't it interesting how governments always say, do what we say, or we'll kill you? I don't say that. You see, I don't say that. I don't make the excuse that, well, I think you're a criminal, and therefore I can come kill you. Maybe we'll talk about this as a topic later, right? Government, law enforcement, police, they love to say, well, we have authority, so therefore we're going to use violence to kill you. Okay, well, if I say I have authority to protect myself and others, and I see that the government is acting violently, illegally, criminally, then I have the right to go and use violence to arrest them and stop them and have a trial for them. Isn't that true? We're all authorized, folks. It's just whether or not we choose to take action. That's the only difference. But the government looks at Russia and says, well, we're going to commit an act of violence against you because you're not doing what we like. And they're pushing for World War III. And what's amazing about World War III, is it has nuclear weapons. It has biological weapons. It has chemical weapons. And they're waiting to be used, right? That's what a weapon is. It's waiting to be used. It's already there. The research has been done. It's built. It's prepared. All it has to do is be activated. Well, pushing for war. The Democrats in Washington, the socialists in Washington and Europe, the socialist rhino Republicans, they want Ukraine to become part of NATO. They've even stated they don't see a problem with that. They think that Ukraine is ready for NATO. That it's proven itself a worthy ally, right? Oh, it's not corrupt. Oh, wait, it is corrupt. Yeah, but that's okay. We still want them in NATO because they offer such a great military. No, there's not really a great military there. Their military has been destroyed and decimated. Well, what there was of it, and what there was the Azov battalion, right? Loaded with neo-Nazis, literally. These people want World War III, folks. I don't. They're pushing for it, and they're trying to excuse and sanction violence and say it's necessary. This is where we're going. While we make jokes about Budweiser, while we laugh at Biden being an idiot, while we wonder and curse Hunter, while we shake our heads and scratch our beards over why our bureaucracy is failing, the game continues at the top level as we march towards World War III. And they're excusing all of the crimes of NATO, of Ukraine and Zelensky. They're excusing them and allowing them. They're forgiving them. They're doing that, folks. They're doing that and marching towards open World War III and the use of these incredibly powerful weapons. World War III won't just be. It will not just be over in some other part of the world. It will come home. It will come home to roost. And we have so many problems in this country. I hope you're prepared. I hope you have food and water and shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. I hope you have all that. I hope you have all that ready, because at some point it's going to become necessary. It will become a constituent part of daily survival. That's what we have to look forward to if this isn't ended now. If the ridiculous, bloodthirsty maniacs don't get removed from power. Right? This idea that because another government doesn't do what our government says, that they need to be, removed, eliminated. Or that some other government, because it's weak, needs to be toppled and have our person put in there. They make it sound like, this is what you're supposed to do. You take advantage of other countries and other peoples and then take their resources from them. That's the world we're in, though, folks. We need to be realistic about it. This is what they do. Remember, they accuse you and I of being violent and being radical. Nikki Haley, Washington, D.C. bureaucrats, slime balls, They want World War III, right? Like our good buddy, Lighten the Loafers, Senator Lindsey Graham. He wants this. Why? You ever stop to think about why these people are so driven to destroy? That's just it. They're driven, folks, and their mission's to steal and destroy and consume. Sounds like a parasite to me. In any event, we need to continue to struggle and fight for our freedom and liberty. Godspeed. Semper Fi.